Yakwe, welcome to the Republic of the Marshall Islands. I'm Jen Boniza. I'll be your host for our Marshallese adventure. On our journey, we'll visit beautiful atolls with exotic lagoons, unexplored reefs, and villages where life and time moves at a pace that is arguably more serene and appropriate than anywhere else. If you're looking for adventure above or below the Great Pacific Ocean, the Marshall Islands, with their 750,000 square miles of open water and her hundreds of islands and islets, awaits you. This is a special place.
It's been suggested that this vast Western Pacific area was settled about 4,000 years ago. The Republic of the Marshall Islands consists of 29 atolls, each made up of many islands and hundreds of islets. They are roughly 5 hours by air and a little over 2,000 miles southwest of Hawaii. Born to the ocean, the Micronesians learned to navigate by using all of the natural elements of life at sea, like the sky, currents, and the ocean's creatures. Part of the huge Pacific area known as Micronesia, the Marshall Islands is approximately 70 square miles of terra firma, which is about the size of Washington, D.C. However, the Marshall's 750,000 square miles of open ocean is roughly the size of Texas.
As we've learned, the Marshallese are an ancient seafaring people. Living on an atoll is not unlike living on a ship. The ocean is a constant for all Marshallese. Land and the ocean are equally significant in Marshallese life. When the trade winds are blowing and the passing cloud systems roll over the atoll, it doesn't take much imagination to feel like you're on a fast-moving, ocean-going vessel.
Because of the scarcity of land, the Marshallese have a deep affinity for it. Take a dip in the warm waters of the Marshalls and you'll also discover why they love the ocean. Non-scuba divers needn't worry about missing anything. Nature has plenty for snorkelers to see and experience.
Below the surface of the ocean, time has stood still here. There are countless coral reefs and enormous areas that have never been scuba dived. Perhaps the clearest and purest water in the Pacific is found here. Over 800 species of fish and close to 200 kinds of corals are found throughout the Marshalls. Off the capital of Majuro, you can dive all day amongst gardens of giant fan coral, huge schools of fish, and never see another diver.
For the hardest of hardcore globe-trotting divers, the Marshall's Bikini Atoll is known as the Mecca of wreck diving, the only place on the planet that you can dive on an aircraft carrier or Imperial Japanese naval battleship. What a lucky few divers have discovered is the world-class level of scuba diving on other atolls. On Majuro, undived sites are being discovered every week. If you care to do so, you can dive wrecks within the lagoon or venture out to ocean passes and pristine reefs where an incredible explosion of biomass awaits you. Dive trips to isolated atolls are possible on liveaboards and have also been accomplished by pre-staging diving equipment. The main atoll of Majuro has several fine hotels that cater to all levels of divers and snorkelers, and there are several smaller properties in more remote areas that will also accommodate ocean enthusiasts and divers.
The open water and reefs are ideal for fishermen and underwater hunters. In recent years, world-class freedivers have selectively and not indiscriminately hunted dogtooth tuna and Napoleon wrasse in the passes of Majuro and neighboring atolls. Within this international community of conservation-sensitive ocean hunters, the Marshall Islands is becoming known for its hospitality, affordability, and its abundance of game.
Harvesting food from a bountiful ocean has always been an integral part of life here. Throughout untold centuries, Marshallese men have been taking a single breath of air and diving below the surface of the sea to hunt for fish and other precious resources. Winning a battle with the Napoleon wrasse, which grows to over 300 pounds, poses one of the greatest challenges a freediver can ever face. Marshallese royalty revere the flesh of this powerful fish. It is said that if they wish, they can claim your catch. This act will not only bring great honor, but will also signify the skill and knowledge of the fishermen.
Elegant black pearls are being cultivated and harvested in the Marshalls. Pristine lagoons and incredibly pure water combine to make optimal growing conditions for pearls with superior luster and size.
We're at 250. Do I see 275? Is there 270? Number 4, 275.
In 2003, the very first pearl auction in Micronesia was held in the Marshallese capital of Majuro. Buyers from the U.S. and several Pacific countries attended. Although the crop was relatively small compared to the harvests of pearl industry leaders like Tahiti and Australia, quality was extremely high. After the auction, what remained of the harvest was made available to anyone interested. It would be an understatement to say that sales were brisk. Many visitors and residents walked away with handfuls of beautiful pearls at bargain prices. The major producers of black pearls are French Polynesia and Australia. However, the art of inducing oysters to produce gem quality pieces was established in Japan over 100 years ago. The black-lip pearl oyster is the primary species that is being utilized as the host. Technicians trained in the Japanese method of pearl cultivation carefully place beads and mantle tissue into the body of the oyster. If everything goes well, a flawless gem quality pearl that has superior luster will emerge in about 18 months. Probably the single most important factor in the farming of pearls is water quality. Robert Reimers Enterprises, the primary cultivator of Marshallese pearls, has farms located in beautiful pristine lagoons on several sparsely inhabited atolls. The upside for this burgeoning Marshallese industry is tremendous.
A trip to a neighboring atoll is a step back in time. Everyone moves a little more slowly here. On Likiep, there are only 2 cars, and when the Air Marshall Islands flight arrives, much of the village is there to witness this most tangible link to the outside world. No traffic jams, road rage, fast food, or stress from urban tension. In fact, the biggest challenge for some is realizing this. Many of us can benefit and recharge with a visit to a place where life is slower and simpler.
The inhabitants of Likiep Atoll have an interpretation of time that hasn't changed much from the earliest settlers. Today, a fusion of Marshallese with 19th century German and Portuguese settlers are still tending groves of coconut trees and baking bread in outdoor ovens. With fuel costing over $5 a gallon, frugality and ingenuity is required. An assortment of old oil drums and coconut husk fuel serves nicely as a neighborhood bakery. On this atoll of 300 or so, you won't see anyone wearing a wristwatch. What you will find is a place that is, for lack of a better term, frozen in time. It's a place that you can visit comfortably and truly experience Marshallese village life. You can fly to most of the 29 atolls in the Marshalls, modern and efficient aircraft to service the citizens of this waterborne nation. On Majuro, the capital, you won't exactly find morning or afternoon gridlock, but you will notice a unique Micronesian hustle and bustle. With a population of over 30,000, Majuro has several fine hotels staffed with friendly employees. Experiencing the local cuisine is a must. The abundance of local seafood makes for unforgettable dining. Craft items are an important part of the economy. One-of-a-kind hand-woven kili bags can be purchased at bargain prices. In Honolulu, you'll pay 500% more for this kili bag. For outdoor enthusiasts, there are numerous water activities, eco and historical tours. The deep, rich blue waters of the Marshall Islands are home to numerous species of the big game family. The Pacific blue marlin sits comfortably at the top of this robust ocean food chain. On Majuro and Rongelap, there are charter operations that specializes in big game sports fishing. Local captains will lead you to grounds that promise enough action for even the most experienced angler. As we mentioned earlier, scuba diving the Marshalls is world-class without the crowds. On Majuro, excellent hotel accommodations are located single-digit minutes away from fabulous dive sites. The 35-minute boat ride will take you to sparsely inhabited Arno Atoll, where never-dived before reefs await your arrival. We suggest you bring plenty of memory chips, film, and fully charged batteries because you'll need them. You won't be lacking material for your dive logs. For globe-trotting adventurers seeking virgin diving in multiple atmospheres, the Marshall Islands represents an opportunity to be at the forefront and to lead the discovery of this very special place.
The Republic of the Marshall Islands is a special place. If you're seeking adventure or respite, these beautiful atolls surrounded by the Pacific Ocean with its 4,000 years of culture and history just might be what you're looking for. Please visit us. Bring your passion for adventure and your thirst for knowledge. You won't regret it. Komol Tata. Thank you so much.